Season number 4 is a new era for our Golden State Warriors, and through the first 12 games, it's been fairly up and down up to this point. We're currently 5-7. Granted, we've had a pretty hard schedule up to this point. I think we've fared fairly solid. We're currently tied with a number of teams for that 10th spot in the Western Conference, and the schedule gets a lot easier through the rest of November. I think we've got a great chance to improve this record. The big storyline from the last episode was the amount of balance on this roster. There might be too much. We do not have a clear number one go-to guy scoring option on the offense. Our highest scorer, Jonathan Kuminga, is 34th in points per game in the NBA, so that kind of shows that we don't have a clear number one. I was hoping it would be Antoine Saliz. The splits have been a little disappointing so far. Granted, it's a 12-game sample size. I have been impressed with the young guys, though. Kajai Stokes, 42% from deep. Roman Loggins-Burrell has been otherworldly efficient. I don't expect this to keep up, especially considering the three-throw percentage is kind of low. But it's great to see him taking a leap up here in year number 2. His true shooting percentage is currently 13 points higher than it was a season ago. So as I mentioned, there's a big cluster here in the middle of the West. Technically, we're tied for 8th as well. It's a 5-way tie. At the top, the Rockets are number 1. De'Aaron Fox has been terrific. The Spurs are 2nd. And look who's in 3rd. The Jazz, who've already gotten to half of their win total from last year. Certainly surprised to see them that high. The 2K power ranking metric had them at number 9 going into the year, and I was so confused. They had the worst record in the league for the last 3 years. I liked their offseason, but I didn't think it would pay dividends that quick. In the Eastern Conference, the biggest surprise is obviously the Bulls, who are 10-2 out of nowhere, and this obviously sucks for us because we had their unprotected first-round pick this year. I was assuming they would be bad. Their highest-rated player is Matas Buzelis. They're even more balanced than us. Their top scorer right now is former Warrior Brendan Pajemski, who we traded away to get that draft pick to begin with. I was viewing this selection as like our magnum opus asset, and I really felt like it could be a big trade chip for us or give us an opportunity and a great player in this draft class. Doesn't look like it. 12 games is a small sample, but they have been unbelievably good so far this year, which is just crazy to me. I'm surprised the Bucks are only in 10th and then the Raptors in 14th, even after getting Zion. The Knicks in 16th is wild. They are as bad as the expansion Huskies. The Knicks roster really hasn't changed that much. They did add Jaren Jackson. I'm surprised to see them this bad. But as I mentioned, our schedule through the first part of the year has been quite hard, and it's getting a lot easier. Well, at least I thought so, but now we know that the Bulls are magically really good. But the Knicks have the worst record in the league. The Sixers have been solid this year, but they're still not great. Same can be said with Phoenix. Denver's bad. New Orleans is bad. I think we're better than every team on the schedule going up to this Portland game, which is who we're going to play against. Kajai Stokes would miss the game against the Knicks, but Saddiq Bey has returned from his injury, which is good news. Look at this. We went 7-1, taking advantage of the schedule, climbing from 11th all the way to 4th in the Western Conference. We beat the Bulls twice, which makes me pleased. Now, they're still 15-5, so in terms of that draft pick, I don't feel particularly good about it still. Loggins-Burrell shot a tour date, but Kuminga and Ingram played really well. Needed a comeback here to defeat the Knicks, who have been dreadful this year, but at least we won the game. We lost to Denver. The offense was a train wreck in this game. Our leading scorer had 12. Yes, 12. As a team, we shot 4 for 30 from deep and 31 for 85 from the field. That is not going to win you many games. We did beat the Heat here by 20. Bam Adebayo was kind of mediocre. We had 3 scorers with at least 20. Saliz shot the ball really well. And then we blew out New Orleans by over 40. 26 for Kuminga, 22 for Ingram. First career double-double for Kajai Stokes. He had 19 and 10. The guy I want to look at here during this stretch is Jonathan Kuminga. He played very well. And in the month of November, he's averaging 23.5 points per game nearly. During this 8-game stretch, he scored 27 times. The only game he didn't was the loss against Denver. So the games that he scored 20-plus points, we went 7-0. Loggins-Burrell's efficiencies have unsurprisingly climbed down. but they're still good, and he is shooting the ball more, which I like to see. I do want to talk about the point guard position, though, because with Steph Curry gone, we don't really have a clear point. I thought it was going to be Kajai Stokes, but he's just not a primary playmaker. That's not his game. He's done a solid job scoring the ball. The three-point shooting's been really impressive, but he's not really an on-ball playmaker. The problem is the other guy who is best suited to play point, Antoine Salish, is not either. Now, he did shoot the ball really well in that stretch. His true shooting percentage now nearing 64%, which is great, but we don't have a point guard. Our leading assist getter only has 4.5 per game. The guy I wanted to be the starting point guard is in 7th in the team in assists. So I'm going to experiment a little bit. We're going to try point Rolog. Roman Loggins-Burrell leads the team in assists. I liked his secondary creation ability coming out of Iowa State, and I thought he showed some good flashes as a playmaker, as a rookie. So why not try it out? We are going to cut down on Saddiq Bey's minutes, though. His efficiency's been really bad. I'm going to give D'Angelo Russell some more minutes, though. He is a primary point guard. We might get him in the starting lineup sometime pretty soon because, well, unlike pretty much everybody else on the roster, he is an actual point guard. Let's look at the Blazers, though. They've been kind of disappointing. 9-11. I thought they'd be a real threat in the West after getting LaMelo Ball, who's been good but not great. The problem is their young guys have not been able to take a leap up. Zeljko Novikov's numbers are pretty equal to last year. Now, he was an all-star a season ago, so it's hard to be too upset with that. But I was expecting a big third-year leap for Bardo Campolo. That has not been the case. Only 15 points per game. Efficiency's the worst of his career. I thought he had a chance of being an all-star this season, and he has been anything but a major disappointment for the Blazers and a big reason why they're under 500. They're clearly still figuring out how to play with each other. Pause. And I think there is an issue with this team in terms of the floor spacing. They do lack perimeter shooters. They did sign Jordan Hawkins in free agency to replace Shaedon Sharpe, but he's really the only great three-point shooter of that group. LaMelo's gotten to be more efficient over the years, but even so, that's only two guys. Campolo's not a good outside shooter. Novikov is inconsistent from three, and Donovan Clingan, the man in the middle. He's been really good this year, but he is a non-shooter, and they haven't gotten enough spacing from their bench to counteract that. Nonetheless, these guys are a tough team on paper. I think it's only a matter of time until they're really going to figure things out. As for the Warriors, winners of 7 of their last 8, looking to keep it rolling as Kling Kong wins the tip, and we are underway. First game with Roman Loggins-Burrell at point guard. I like the matchup defensively with LaMelo Ball. I think he's got the size and athleticism to match with him. But LaMelo hits a deep 3 to start the game. Pass is tipped, caught by Kuminga, gets it to Salish, who fires the triple. That one is good, and the Warriors tie it at 3. Kuminga inside, no good. Nice defense by Donovan Clingan, one of the best rim protectors in the NBA. Novikov, nice move, pump fake, layup no good, but he gets his miss and tips it in. Novikov can handle the rock for a big guy, and he's a really good secondary playmaker. Over 5 assists per game this year. That'd be first on our team, as it's tipped into the hands of Campolo. He's got LaMelo Ball on the drive. Nice move. In for the layup. He's got 5 of the first 7 for the Blazers. Screen from Novikov. Ball pulls the triple, and it rattles in. Golden State's got to call time. This is not a good start for the Warriors, who are down 10-3. Here is Loggins-Burrell with it on the drive. Swings into the corner. Salish with the release. Good to see Loggins-Burrell showing off the passing ability, with him being the primary point guard, primary ball handler, and primary playmaker in this game. Salish tried to draw the charge there. He figured that's the only way he's getting the stop. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. Loggins-Burrell on the drive with the slam. Powerful throwdown. The second-year win out of Iowa State, and it's 12-8. Loggins-Burrell in the corner gets the screen from Bona. On the drive, floats it up and in over the extended arm of Donovan Clingan. Nice move there by Loggins-Burrell. It's 12-10. Novikov swings it over to Hawkins. Ball open inside. Loggins-Burrell just a bit too slow to get back to it, as it's 14-12. Low-scoring game so far. LaMelo with the steal. Lonzo lobs it up for Bardo Campolo. And the Warriors call another timeout. Shot clock winding down. Salish no good. The offense not producing in the opening 5.5 minutes for the Warriors. Campolo on the drive. Gets by Salish. Kuminga does not close out quick enough, and it's 18-12. Ingram around the screen. Jumper no good. Portland's defense has been suffocating so far. LaMelo with it on the other end. Pops the three. It's good. And the Trailblazers are up by 9. 21-12. It's been all Portland here in the first. Russell swings it for Salis. He's the only guy who's shown up for the Warriors. 3 for 3 from deep so far. He's got 9. On the drive, Salis. Good cut off the ball. Way to get yourself open. And way to throw it down. He's got 11 of the Warriors' first 17 points. Campolo, nice move. Shot rattles in. Lucky bounce off the rim for Bardo Campolo. He's been pretty good so far with 6. And historically, he's played really well whenever we've played against Portland. Salis with the fake and with the layup. He's got 13 points. And he's done it on good splits. 5 of 8 for the field. 3 for 3 from deep. LaMelo, isolation, throws it up, and it's good! That shot rattles in for LaMelo, beating the shot clock. Not much Stokes could have done there. Good defense, just better offense. Off the miss by Salis. Here comes Lonzo Ball in transition. Quick pull-up 3 is no good. Takes an unlucky bounce this time. Kajai Stokes with the rebound. Here comes Golden State with just seconds left on the clock. Stokes looks to get around Lonzo. On the drive, layup is no good. 26-21 through the first quarter. The good news is that Antoine Salis played really well. The bad news is nobody else showed up for the Golden State Warriors. The offense was a train wreck there in that first quarter. 2 for 10 outside of Salis. Off the offensive rebound, Stokes is blocked at the rim by Silan Novikov. Kispert, Novikov inside. Chris Murray is blocked. Adembona with the snuff. Here comes the Warriors. Stokes, pump fake, thought about the 3, takes it anyway, and it's good. He went for the pump fake, expecting Kispert to close out, and he didn't, so he figured he'd let it fly. 26-24, Kispert nearly loses it, gets it back inside, swings it over to Novikov. What a pass, and what a block! Adembona again. Stokes has Sadiq Bey. Drives right side. Bey, layup is good. Golden State taking advantage in transition off of a couple of blocks by Adembona. And so we are now knotted up at 26. Toppin swings it over to Chris Murray. Murray off the screen. Drives right side. Layup is good on the reverse. And the Blazers are back ahead, 28-26. Jabari Springer has it. He's doubled. Swings it over. Loggins Burl on the drive. Layup is good. I've talked about it with him since we drafted him, but his savviness inside, his ability to score in contact, really, really impressive. Murray fires the 3. It is good. Why couldn't we get this version of Chris Murray in the Blazers series last year? 31-28. Sadiq Bey on the drive. Layup is good. For a guy who has really struggled this year offensively, it's good to see him playing well early in the second quarter. He's got 4. 31-30. Murray gets it over to Obi Toppin. Slicing the defense as Lonzo Ball's 3 rattles out. I thought that was going in. In transition, Bey lobs it up for Jabari. Springer with the Springer slam, and the Warriors take the lead. 32-31. Under 7 to go in the first half. Here is Silan Novikov. Pull-up jumper is good, and the lead is rather short-lived for Golden State. 33-32. Here's Bardo Campolo now. Sidestep inside. It's intercepted by Jabari Springer. He's got Salis inside for D'Lo. Mid-range jumper is good off the catch. And the Warriors are back ahead. D'Angelo Russell on the board for the first time in this game. 33-34. Why is Lonzo that wide open? D'Lo, what are we doing? Good closeout. But Lonzo still drills the corner 3 to put the Blazers back ahead. 36-34. Screen from Kuminga. D'Angelo Russell gets space, kicks and fires. It's good. D'Lo's got 5. Golden State back ahead, 36-37. Here's Chris Murray matched up with Kuminga, held off the board so far. Murray on the drive, gets by Edey. The layup is good. Couple of Big Ten guys. Iowa on Purdue, and the Hawkeye gets the better of the Boilermaker. Kuminga slams it home. Finally on the board. It took him nearly the entirety of the first half. Golden State ahead, but again, not for long. LaMelo lobs it up for Bardo Campolo. 40-39. Around the screen is Kajai Stokes. Pump fake, drives right, has it stripped away and stolen. Hawkins gets it to Campolo. I don't know what Brandon Ingram is doing. as Bardo Campolo shows off some style points with the slam. 42-39. Stokes pull-up jumper is good. We know he is dangerous shooting the mid-ranger. Stokes now with 7, lead back within 1. LaMelo Ball has it. Pull-up 3 ball is good. LaMelo is hooping right now. He played well early in this game. 16 points in the first quarter. Picking up right where he left off in the second as Jonathan Kuminga slams it down. Missed his first 5 shots, but has made his last 2 starting to look more like himself. 47-43. Here is LaMelo Ball, under 2 to go in the first half. Floater is good over Zach Edey. There's a non-zero chance LaMelo Ball passes probably 25 points in the first half. I mean, he is looking electric. Why stop now? Another 3 for Melo. He's at 24. And the lead is up to 9 for Portland. Biggest lead of the first half. What a move by Campolo. It's no good. But Silan Novikov is there with the putback. 11-point game. The Warriors offense on a cold streak. It's tipped. Stolen by Clinyon. He's got LaMelo Ball. In transition. Pull-up jumper rattles in, and it's a 13-point lead for Portland. Golden State falling apart. LaMelo's got 26 on 10 of 14 shooting. He is not missing. The Warriors have to get back on the board, and it is Salis. First made shot of the second quarter. Lead back to 11. LaMelo matched up with D'Angelo Russell. Shot and game clock separated by around 2.5 seconds. D'Lo looks to bait LaMelo into the shot, and it works. 3 ball is no good. Rebound by Saddiq Bey. Golden State's going to have to get it out quick. They've got around 4 seconds. Salis on the drive. Layup is good. That's a really nice play by Salis. He stops in midair, but is able to keep his composure, make the layup, and bring it within single digits. 56-47 going into the break. Really not a great first half, other than Antoine Salis, who has 17 points. Nobody else was all that impressive. Nobody else has more than 7. Well, defensively, we have not been able to stop LaMelo Ball. 26 points, 10 of 15 shooting from the field, 6 of 9 nice from beyond the arc. There's your rookie leaderboard, a big reason why the Jazz have been successful this year. Norwood Nobles, the 3rd overall pick, followed by Devin Carter, the 4th overall pick. And then Raymond Filibuster with the Suns, a 2nd rounder out of Missouri. He's gotten some big playing time this year and has been exceptional for a 2nd rounder. The Suns look like they ended up with a really good draft. Shaquille Hunter in the first round has been fantastic for them. You know what has not been fantastic? The offense frozen in the first half. 44% from the field, just 36% from 3. LaMelo says the defender is too short, referring to Loggins-Burrell. 58-47. Loggins-Burrell on the drive with some authority. He's got 8, only 1 assist. We haven't really been able to see him too often as the lead point guard. He does grab the rebound here and will bring it up. Slides by Clinyon. Loggins-Burrell slides it over to an open man. Brandon Ingram for 3. He had a really quiet first half, only 2 points on 0 of 3 shooting from the field. Here's LaMelo trying to slice and dice by Loggins-Burrell. That's a 30-piece. And again, he's doing it on otherworldly efficiency. 60-52 off the screen. Ingram lets it fly. No good. Bona rebound. Tips it in. Good play there by Adem Bona. His first points of the game. Dribble handoff. Here is Salis on the drive. Layup is off the mark. Cannot afford to miss that one. On the other end, Novikov has it up by 6. Slides by Ingram, and the layup is good. The native of Russia. 62-56. LaMelo brings it up. He's got almost half of Portland's points today. Ball lobs it up. Clinton with the alley-oop. 64-56. Pump fake. Springer gets it to Loggins-Burrell, looking for the screen. Roman Loggins-Burrell fires from deep, and it's good. Shot under 30% from deep last year. This season hovering around 40% as he is in for the slam. His improvements as a perimeter shooter have been night and day from his rookie season to now his sophomore campaign. And you can tell the work he's put in over the summer. Ball throws up a 3, and it's good. An answered prayer. 34 points now for LaMelo. 14 of 20 from the field. That is ridiculous. Springer, pump fake. Counted and a foul. And 1 for Jabari Springer. He is fouled by Jordan Hawkins. Lead is within 4. The offense has played well here in the third quarter, but Lonzo responds with an and 1 of his own. Loggins-Burrell trailing there, tries to defend him, but it results and a bad foul. Ball inside, no good. That's LaMelo off the miss. Springer with the rebound. He's got Bay. Out to Stokes. Lets it fire from deep. It's good. Kajhi Stokes in the double figures. 71-67. 3.5 left in the third. Here's LaMelo. His floater. No good. Another miss from LaMelo Ball. Springer with the board in transition. Stokes has plenty of room in the corner. Another one. And it's good. Back-to-back threes for Kajhi Stokes. Lighten him up. Fires the bow and arrow. We are within one. Golden State can take the lead here. Stokes inside for Springer. Twirls out of the paint. Back to Stokes. Pump fake. Midi. Too smooth. Kajhi Stokes leads the Warriors on an 8-0 run all by himself. And Golden State, who was down by as many as 13, have taken the lead. Novikov misses. Portland cannot buy a bucket. Stokes. Heat check. That one is no good. The roof of this place would have exploded. And he was open too. Very makeable shot. I feel like the Warriors in this third quarter have done a great job in transition of spreading the ball around. Lonzo wide open for three. We were too focused on sending help to the paint that nobody saw Lonzo get open in the corner. 76-72. There's a big three for Salis. First points of the second half. He leads Golden State with 20. 76-75 late in the third. Stokes inside with a dime for Adem Bona. He saw that the defender was behind Bona and makes a great pass. Lonzo swings it for Novikov out to Hawkins. 12 to go. Mid-range jumper is good for the former UConn Husky. Blazers up by one. Golden State can take the lead with the last shot, but it's intercepted. That is not who I wanted to pass it to. Stokes pokes it away, gets it, flies it up at the buzzer, and it's no good. We were getting that last shot one way or another. Really good third quarter for the Golden State Warriors. That was much better. 78-77 outscored them by 8 in that frame. Roman Loggins-Burrell really leading the way as a passer, as a scorer. He had 9 on 3 of 3 shooting. As there's a big slam for Obi Toppin. Kajhi Stokes went on that big 8-0 run. He was impressive in that quarter as well. As Loggins-Burrell is in for the and one. Powerful slam. Ties it at 80 with the made free throw. Blazers with it back. Lonzo swings it for Campolo. Quick three is good. And the Blazers are right back on top. 83-80. Here is Ingram. Gets it to Loggins-Burrell again. 18-6-3. Gets the screen from Edey. Loggins-Burrell drives left. Layup is good. And one again. Back to back for Roman Loggins-Burrell. And the Warriors can tie it with a free throw. The problem is Roman Loggins-Burrell is not a very good free throw. He would end up missing it. And the Trailblazers keep their lead. Loggins-Burrell looks to change that. Launches up a three and it's good. Are you kidding me? This guy is playing some unbelievable basketball right now. 17 points in just the second half for Roman Loggins-Burrell. He is hooping. 85-83. Loggins-Burrell on the drive. He is in for the poster over Lonzo. It's Roman Loggins-Burrell's world. We're just living in it. 25 points for the youngster. Kuminga in for the slam. Finally points from someone other than Roman, who scored our first 10 of the quarter. 89-83. Warriors up by 6. Campolo matched up with Stokes. Launches it up and it's good. Another play where Stokes plays really good defense, but it's just better offense. Loggins-Burrell on the drive. He's doubled. Swings it over to Ingram. His three, no good. Ball is poked out into the hands of Kajhi Stokes. Stokes gets it to Springer. Springer 5-4-4, doing a little bit of everything. He's in for the and one. Flex on him, youngster. That is Clinton called for the foul. 7-point lead for the Warriors, who have been absolutely fantastic here in the second half. LaMelo has really not played well over the last couple of minutes. Good job, though, by Novikov to save it. And Clinton is in for the dunk. 5-point game now. Just because we got the momentum does not mean this game is anywhere near over. Hawkins swings it out. LaMelo for three. It's good! Big shot for LaMelo Ball. He has not been overly effective in the second half, especially the last 10 minutes, but gets a big one to go in as he swings it over to the right. Three is good from Chris Murray. And the lead is within one. Portland now can take the lead. Clinton Euro step, no good. Loggins-Burrell with the rebound, his 7th. Brings it up for the Warriors. He gets it to Stokes. Fires up a three. And it rattles in. Kajai Stokes with a huge three. He's got 18. Loggins-Burrell really passing it well over these last few minutes now that the Portland defense is really keying in on him. Murray's trapped inside. Stokes looks hurt as the layup is good. I'm not sure what happened to Kajai Stokes. We're going to call a timeout, get him out of the game. So what happened here is he tries to guard Murray, and he was expecting him to go right up with it. So he tries to jump, but he lands awkwardly on Murray's foot. It is a surprise, surprise hip injury for Kajai Stokes. Who could have seen that one coming? As he will be checked out in the locker room. Stolen by Campolo here with a 2-point game. On the drive with the slam! And one! And the Blazers can take the lead with a three throw. They would miss it. We would add a pair at the line. Loggins-Burrell lobs it up for Kuminga. A quick switch of momentum. I thought the dunk by Campolo was going to lead a spark for the Blazers. Luckily, it doesn't. 4-point game. LaMelo for three. It's good. Loggins-Burrell switched onto the big. We couldn't get Ingram onto LaMelo quick enough. 1-point game. Inside, LaMelo with the slam for the lead. 102-101. 42 points for LaMelo Ball, who was cold. He's playing a lot better now. I don't know why he shot that one. That's not your shot, Valentine. Warriors can take the lead. Salis, wide open lane. He's in for the slam. Once he got by Hawkins, I knew it was over. Too easy for Antoine. Shot clock winding down. Three is no good. A phenomenal defensive possession the entire 24 seconds. Ingram three is good. Brandon Ingram buries the left wing three. It's a 4-point Warriors lead with a minute to go. LaMelo for three. Heaves it up. It's no good. Kuminga with the rebound. He's got a double-double, 10 and 11. Kuminga looking to drive. He swings it in the corner. Loggins-Burrell out to Ingram. Calls for isolation. Oh, this is barbecue chicken, baby. Night-night. Brandon Ingram slams it home. It is a 6-point lead for Portland as we look to ice the game for good. Clenyon's got Hawkins, throws up a three, and that one is out. Springer with the rebound. They're not going to foul at least yet. Springer drives, has an open lane, and he misses the layup. You shouldn't look to score on that possession unless it's wide open. Problem is, he was open until the late contest forces the miss. Campolo, mid-ranger is good. Lead is within 4. Portland has new life. They still have work to do, though. We've got to figure out who we want at the line. Loggins-Burrell's been our top scorer, but he's not a good three-throw shooter. So instead, it'll be Antoine Salis. I think he's the guy who regularly we are going to trust with these late-game situations to go to the line and shoot three throws. As the first one is no good. Takes an unlucky bounce for the Frenchman, who's been quiet here in the fourth, only 2 points. As he makes that one, it is a 5-point lead for the Warriors. We've got to put our best foot forward defensively. 23.1 seconds. Clenyon inbounds it to LaMelo. Out to Hawkins. He takes the shot, and it's no good. Kuminga with the rebound. They're going to foul him quickly. Novikov launches him into the scorer's table. I thought that could have been a flagrant. He would knock them both down. 7-point lead. Novikov's going to have to shoot it. Three ball is no good. Rebound by Salis, and that's just about going to do it. We're going to let Loggins-Burrell dribble off the clock. The Warriors come from behind, down by as many as 13 points late in the first half, defeat the Blazers 111-104. The first game of point Loggins-Burrell went pretty well. In the second half alone, he had 19 points and 7 assists on 7 of 9 shooting from the field, 2 for 2 from deep. He finishes the game with 25, 7, and 8 in total, only with 1 turnover. Now, I will say, I think much of the reason why he was successful as a passer late is because he was consistently doubled as a scorer. And that kind of shows if he can be more efficient and consistent as a scorer, then that's going to completely open things up as a playmaker for the rest of the offense. 23 for Salis. He was hot early, but really cooled off. 18 for Stokes before getting hurt. Double-double for Kuminga. Ingram was kind of quiet. He only had 10. 3 of 8 shooting isn't horrible, I guess. Not a great offensive game, but it was definitely better in the second half compared to the first. 42 for LaMelo, 17 of 32 from the field. He was really good, especially in the first half. Second half, 16 points on 17 shot attempts, not quite as good, but he still had a very strong game overall. 19 for Campolo on 19 shots, 14 for Murray. An inefficient double-double for Novikov. The two young stars, again, did not shoot the ball well, and had even one of them been more efficient, Portland probably ends up winning this game. So a good win for the Warriors. We have won 8 of 9 today. That's 9 of our last 10 overall, 10 of our last 12 as well. But the schedule gets a lot harder. OKC, Minnesota, Memphis, even Utah, all coming up soon. I want to look at Memphis because I've talked about Ja Morant as a potential trade acquisition for us, and as we go along through this year, it's pretty obvious that this team does need a point guard. Ja Morant is averaging nearly 10 assists per game. His passing's been terrific. His efficiency has been great. He's having a really good year, and he has upped the price of what it would cost to get him. It was supposed to be Mikko Kaponen's team, but he's been disappointing himself here in his third season. With the Grizzlies in 8th place and not having another all-star teammate for Ja, you wonder if they potentially will move off of him at the deadline since he's expiring. Khalil Griffin II's had a pretty solid season. That's cool to see. Kobe Starling Jr., remember, we almost drafted him. We opted for Loggins-Burrell and Stokes over him. Starling was better than both of them as rookies, but he's been worse than both of them here in year 2. A rookie season does not make an NBA player. I think we might have got it right by going with those two guys over Starling, but he is a good player. And speaking of Stokes, he'll be out for the next month or so with the hip injury. We're not going to play him through it. It's December. Why bother? We're going to give some minutes, though, to the rookie, Osborne Outeridge. I want to see what he's made of. He hasn't really gotten much time in the rotation yet. Look at this. 3-0 going into the matchup against Grizzlies. All of them are NBA Cup games, even though the NBA Cup is now glitched with the expansion teams. We scored 9 points in the first quarter against the Thunder and still beat them by nearly 30. We had D'Lo in the starting lineup for these 3 games, and he was really good. 17 points per game, 60% from the field in this 3-game winning streak. Osborne Outeridge, I think, has been pretty solid as well. The numbers are not going to pop off the page, but he hasn't been super inefficient yet. We haven't really seen the secondary playmaking yet. That's a big reason why I drafted him. But I think there's some promise. I'm excited to get a chance to play with him against the Grizzlies. So we are now 16-8. Second place in the Western Conference. We're playing better basketball than anybody right now in the NBA. And even with some harder games like Oklahoma City and Minnesota, we're still winning, and we're still winning convincingly. 12 of our last 13 games have been wins. Even though this team does not have a number one guy, does not have a superstar, this core clearly knows how to win games together. And I'm excited to see what we can do leading into the trade deadline. Just because the team is good, though, doesn't necessarily mean we should stay complacent. Look at the Rockets, for instance, in real life. They're in second place. They're having a great year, but they don't really have a number one guy. But even they had an all-star with Alperen Şengün. This team most likely will not have an all-star this year, which is pretty unbelievable for a team that's currently in second place. So on one hand, would getting a star player like, say, a Ja Morant break up a really good thing? Or is a guy like him needed to push us over the hump? Let's see how Ja Morant looks against us today as Adem Bona wins the tip against Vishnik Blieva, the young center in his 3rd season out of the University of Kansas. Rock chalk. Salis, top of the corner. 3-ball is good. And the Warriors strike first. I've noticed that Salis plays really well early in games. I don't know why that is, but he might be a first-quarter merchant. Mikko Kaponen knocks down the 3-ball. Much like Bardo Campolo, he was supposed to be an all-star this year, and it just hasn't really happened yet. Desmond Bane connects on the triple. That'll make it 6-3. Bane's having a nice year, though, for the Grizzlies. He's still been their second scorer over Kaponen. Nice move by D'Angelo Russell, playing really well since moving into the starting lineup. He's a true point guard. Maybe having him there at the 1 was the move all along. Here is Desmond Bane. Gets by Salis. Pump fake. Griffin for 3. No good. Kaponen rebound. Back out to Bane. Swings it over to Khalil Griffin II. He's got Morant. Mid-ranger is good. They got that because of the offensive rebound by Mikko Kaponen. You've got to do better on the glass. 8-5. Salis quickly launches up a 3. It's no good. Blieva with the rebound. Here comes Kaponen with it on the drive with the slam. We clowned the Jazz for not picking him number 1 overall. Not that Martin Seif has been a superstar, but some of the crazy moves that Utah's made over the years have actually aged pretty well. D'Angelo Russell for 3. He's got 5 of the first 8 for the Warriors. The rest of the team only 3 points through 4 minutes. That is not very good. That defense was also not very good. Desmond Bane fires from beyond the arc. 13-8. Here is D'Lo out to Ingram. His 3 is good. Brandon Ingram's been a little inconsistent on a game-by-game basis this year, but he has been really good as one of the veteran leaders for this team. He's the grandpa of the rotation, if you will. There's John Morant up and away with the slam. 15-11. Ingram on the drive, in for the layup over Mikko Kaponen. Good play there by B.I. Griffin swings into the corner for Desmond Bane. Kaponen off the screen, quick closeout. We've got to get back on Griffin, though. Ingram was not expecting drive. Good recovery by Ingram, forcing a pair of misses from Griffin. Kuminga pull-up jumper is good. Jonathan Kuminga on the board. He's cooled off over the last couple of games after his hot streak, but has still had a great November. Off the miss by Ingram, here comes the Grizzlies. Khalil Griffin to second, pokes that one over Salis, who tries to draw the charge. It did look like his feet were set to me, but there's no call. 17-15, Jabari Springer with a grown man slam. Springer's having a nice year. The efficiency hasn't quite been where I would have hoped for, but otherwise he's been very solid all around. Successful lob for Vishnik Plieva. He is a freakish athlete. We're seeing it there. Morant with the steal. Kaponen! Powerful dunk. Kaponen as well is also a complete freak show. He can get up there. He's got some bunnies. Off the screen, Morant. His 3 is good. That'll make it 24-19. Loggins-Pearl off the bench despite that huge performance in the win against the Blazers. Misses the layup inside. Here is Kaponen with the poster. What a play by Kaponen. For a guy of his size, his speed and his ability to handle the ball is special. He's just got to improve the 3 ball, as you see there, but it doesn't matter because Vishnik Plieva is in for the slam. The native of Switzerland makes it a 9-point lead. There's a lob! Jonathan Kuminga with the throwdown off the assist by Loggins-Pearl. Point Rolog showing off the passing ability. As Loggins-Pearl swings it over to Springer. He's got Brandon Ingram. Ingram drives inside, trapped. Springer, layup is good. Nice play there by Jabari Springer. Had 2 guys all over him. Hey, yo, pause. But he still makes the layup, 29-23. Loggins-Pearl fires a triple. That one is good. The Warriors did not play very good offense throughout the duration of the first quarter, but it looked a lot better over the last couple of minutes with the second unit in. The Grizzlies get a 3 to respond. Desmond Bane, the bringer of rain. 6-point game. Loggins-Pearl looking for the last shot, guarded by Kobe Starling. Edey back to Loggins-Pearl. Floater is no good. That'll wrap up the first. Warriors down by 6. 32-26. Offense started slow. Defense started strong, but it was like a flip of the switch as Ingram is there with the lob. But as I was alluding to, the offense has gotten better as the game has gone along. I feel like the defense, meanwhile, has gotten worse. Desmond Bane's playing really well so far. Nice move on D'Angelo Russell. That one is good inside, showing that he's not just a 3-point shooter. He can finish around the rim as well. Off the screen, Loggins-Pearl. That one is good. Nice move there by Roman. Watching him in contact, it reminds me of Darius Springer a little bit. He's not as big and strong, but he can really score in contact, and so can Kobe Starling Jr. The poster over Loggins-Pearl. That's revenge for us drafting Roman over him. Here's Edey. Swings it out. Brandon Ingram for 3. That one is good. It's also a revenge game for Zach Edey. Former Grizzly first-round pick. Was here for 2 years. Didn't work out. Obviously spent last year with the Magic. Starling, dime in the corner. 3 ball rattles in. The former TCU Horned Frog, Desmond Bane. 41-33. Here's Starling. He's had a nice second quarter for the Grizzlies. Inside for Khalil Griffin. And Griffin's in with the slam. Another fun storyline I didn't even think about is Darius Springer's son against Khalil Griffin's son. How cool is that? Especially considering the first game we played today was against the Blazers. It's so fitting. D'Lo, mid-ranger, is good. He's got 7. The guards overall have been somewhat inefficient, though. D'Lo, Salis, and Loggins-Pearl all got to shoot the ball better. Bane no good. Ball is tipped in by Clint Capella. It's fitting that the Grizzlies drafted Vishnik Plieva, the center hailing from Switzerland, because he's got a great mentor in Clint Capella, two guys with similar skill sets and obviously similar backgrounds. Capella inside, Desmond Bane gets that one over Salis, no good. Grabs his own miss, out to Kobe Starling. The Warriors have really struggled on the glass tonight. Here is Starling, swings it out, Bane for three. It's good! An 11-point lead for the Grizzlies. They've done a great job crashing the offensive glass as it's blocked inside by Kaponen. Starling was there as well. Khalil Griffin II matched up with Kuminga. Poked away, and the Grizzlies keep it. Kaponen to Bane for three. Ja Morant's been pretty ineffective tonight, but Desmond Bane has been stealing the show. Look at the score. This one's getting ugly. 14-point game. Golden State's got to get a bucket, and they do. Jonathan Kuminga hits the three. Here's Ja Morant. Launches up a triple. No good. Rebound by the Grizzlies again. The rebounding continues to be pitiful as Kobe Starling Jr. is in for the layup. He's continued to impress me in this game, even with the sophomore slump. Osborne Outeridge on the drive. Counted and a foul. The rookie from Kansas with the and one. He would make the three throw. It's a 12-point lead. Morant on the drive. That one is no good. I'm surprised we've defended Ja so well because LaMelo has a lot of similarities offensively, and he just exploded for 46. Kuminga misses the three. We've missed a lot of open shots in this game. Morant tries to lob it for Kaponen. I don't know why he didn't swing it in the corner for Griffin. On the other end, Kuminga lets it fly from deep. He's got 10. Golden State's starting to look a lot better now. We're back within single digits. Jabari Springer, that one is good. Like father, like son. He makes the layup over Mikko Kaponen, and the lead is within 7. This feels very reminiscent to the third quarter comebacks we've seen this year against Portland earlier today and then Sacramento in the last episode. But we've got to start crashing the damn glass. Vishnik Plieva with the putback. 7-point game. Law against Burrell. That one is no good. Rebounded by the Grizzlies, of course. Here comes Morant. Fires up a three, and it's good. Memphis is right back up by 10. Big shot by Ja. Game and shot clock close to even. Salis goes for the quick layup, and he's blocked. Plieva with the snuff inside. Morant for Kaponen. Layup is good, and the Grizzlies are up by 12. We were on a nice little run. We brought it within 7. That is certainly unfortunate, but we'll see if we can get one more shot before the end of the half. Salis gets the screen. Three on the move is no good. I feel like we could have gotten a better shot on that possession. 62-50 at the break. Certainly not the best 20-minute stretch from Golden State on either end of the floor. Desmond Bane leading the way with 20. The Warriors, meanwhile, the efficiency's been subpar offensively. We're not consistently getting good shots off. When we have had open threes, we've missed a lot of them. And then the big problem is the rebounding. The Grizzlies are out-rebounding us 28-19 so far. That is not good. Here is Ingram matched up with Plieva. Barbecue chicken! He's in with the slam. I will say, though, Plieva at his size moves really well. But he wasn't able to defend in isolation there. Morant, step back, no good. Another rebound and another putback for Vishnik Plieva. He's been really impressive in this game for the Grizzlies. Here's D'Lo for three. That one is good. Also was 3 for 10 in the first half. Not his most efficient game, along with the other guards as well. They've got to shoot it better. There's a snuff inside, but Kaponen quickly loses it. D'Lo's got Bona. Nice pass for Kuminga. Layup is good. Quick recovery off the block by the Warriors, and the lead is within 6. Memphis calls time. Morant tries to lob it up. It's tipped by Edey into the hands of Salis. Here comes Antoine Salis on the drive. Gets by Bane. That one is good. That was not an easy play to make. Desmond Bane had him blanketed. 66-64. Look at that scoreboard. We were down by 12 around 4 minutes ago. Leads within 2. Desmond Bane's jumper is good. Still a really good start, though, to the second half on both ends of the floor. As Loggins Burl is intercepted by Morant leaping into the air. He nearly loses it, but hangs on. Morant for three. That one is good. Capitalizing off the turnovers. At least tried to poke it out, and he almost did. But he was behind Morant as he recovered, getting the open look from beyond the arc. Nice play there by the Grizzlies. Khalil Griffin II in for the layup. You can see some of the basketball IQ that Khalil Griffin I had, passing it over to his son. That one is no good. And somehow the Grizzlies get the rebound and the putback, and they draw the foul. Kaponen with the poster over Springer. Leads right back at 12. We were within 2 minutes ago. Big three, though, by Jonathan Kuminga. We needed that one, and we're back within 9. Desmond Bane for 3. Leads back to a dozen. Here's Kaponen. He's got 17. He's been good tonight. Bane is blocked. Osborne Outeridge, the rookie, showing off those long arms as he snuffs the shot from Bane. But the Grizzlies still score anyway. Morant lobs it for Capella. Not only have they been out-rebounding us, but they're dominating inside in terms of scoring in the paint, in terms of lobs. Here they are again. Vishnik, Plieva. Their bigs are just bigger and taller than ours. And there's not much we've been able to do. 17-point lead. Salis buries the triple. 84-70. Shot no good. Plieva with the rebound. Here comes the Grizzlies. Morant, he's got it to Desmond Bane. Bane drives left, inside for Vishnik. Plieva, no good. Gets his own miss. Gets the putback. Wash, rinse, repeat. Somebody's got to find a way to stop this big gentleman. 14-point game. Here's Morant on the drive with the layup. I thought he was going to dunk it. Saddiq Bey's got to help quicker, and Salis cannot let Morant blow right by him. Springer, layup, counted and a foul. That's Morant's third. He was trying to set his feet, but he didn't do it quick enough and is unable to draw the charge. 88-75, minute and a half to go in the quarter. Desmond Bane pops another 3. What a game from Bane. He's got a game-high 28 points, still with 1 quarter to go. Springer on the drive with the slam. 13-5 for Jabari, given his more high-energy minutes with the second unit. Loggins-Burrow only 5 points so far. He has not shot the ball well. Gets it to Edey, over to Saddiq Bey. Fires a triple. That one is good. Saddiq has definitely shot the ball better. His efficiencies are still rough, but they're a lot better than they were earlier in the year. Salis with Morant out to Ingram at the buzzer, and it's good! Big 3 for Brandon Ingram. We needed that one desperately. The lead puts itself at 12 going into the 4th. We've still got a lot of work to do. Why is Loggins-Burrow stepping on Kajai Stokes' foot? Why is Kajai Stokes even in uniform? That's weird, but okay. Into the 4th. Springer is blocked! Mikko Kaponen with the snuff. The Grizzlies have blocked a ton of shots in this game. Their size and length, too much for us, as Griffin hits the 3. This game has been eye-opening. The Grizzlies are bigger, they're faster, they're longer, they're more athletic, and it has shown. Salis with the offensive rebound. He gets it here over to Saddiq Bey off the pass from Bona. Back to Bona. Swings it over to Springer. Out to Ingram for 3. It is good. But back to what I was saying earlier, I think the Grizzlies theoretically in a playoff series would be a bad matchup for us. Given all the size and athleticism they have, that'll certainly be something to monitor at the deadline. We are a pretty athletic team, but these Grizzlies are just filled with freaks. Off of the layup by Bona, 10-point game. Ingram step back, no good. That would have brought it within single digits. That would have been a huge shot for us. On the other end, Kaponen makes the layup. Lead back at 12 with 8 to go. Springer, oh my goodness, he almost killed that man. Welcome to the Ja Morant Hall of Fame of almost dunks. On the other end, Griffin out to Kobe Starling. His jumper is good, and after all that sequence ends up working out pretty well for the Grizzlies. 14-point game. Here's Adem Bona with the slam. Good play by the big fella. Hanging on the rim. It's a 12-point game, 7.5 to go. Screen for Starling. Kobe Starling Jr. hits the 3. Loggins-Burrow inside, no good. He usually makes that layup. Not today. Kaponen on the drive, cocks it back, and launches it. These guys are just too big. They're too fast. Mikko Kaponen moves like a guard. Vishnik Plieva is just bigger than everyone. We have not been able to contain this front court. Nice layup by D'Angelo Russell. He's got 12. 15-point game. Kobe Starling with the dunk. Zach Edey too slow to help inside. And it is a 17-point game. Roman Loggins-Burrow drives left. Contested layup over Griffin is good. There's a nice play. 15-point game. If we want to start a comeback, it's now or never. Here is Loggins-Burrow. Drives in, and he will make the layup. Looking a lot more like the Roman Loggins-Burl we all know and love. Where's this guy been for the first 3.5 quarters? Better late than ever, I guess. Bane, step back, no good. Blieva, offensive rebound, put back, no good. Wow, we actually stopped him. I don't believe it. Kuminga with the rebound. Lane is wide open. Walking the red carpet, untouched for the slam, and it's an 11-point game. Bane, wide open three. Yeah, that's a great idea. Leave the guy wide open who's got like 35. Genius defense. Again, how is he that open? He misses. Blieva offensive rebound. Back to Bane. Mid-ranger is good. I feel like that possession is just a perfect encapsulation of how this game has gone. Desmond Bane drilling shots. Blieva grabbing offensive rebounds. It is an 18-point game with 3 minutes to go as Jonathan Kuminga buries the three off the screen. He's got 23. Blieva will inbound and he swings it out to Desmond Bane. He gets it to Ja Morant. Top of the key. Three is good. And that feels like the potential dagger. 123-106. Good win on the road for the Memphis Grizzlies. Desmond Bane was the star of the show, but they got productive games from Morant. Miko Kaponen was good, and Vishnik Blieva was a rebounding machine. Ingram and Kuminga had 23. I felt like the forwards played well for us, but the guard play and the bigs were not good. D'Lo, 5 of 16. Loggins-Burl, 4 of 12. Salis, 3 for 11. The three of those guys combined to go 12 for 39. That is not going to cut it. 33 for Bane, 29 shot attempts though. 30 for Morant, 22 shot attempts. The big problem was the rebounding though. 19, 11, and 4 for Kaponen. 12, 18, and 6 offensive rebounds for Blieva. The Grizzlies out-rebounded us 59-42, and it showed. As I mentioned earlier, I think they would be a bad matchup for us in a playoff series. We just cannot overcome their athleticism. So we're going to simulate these next 2 games against the Clippers and the Pelicans, and then we have 9 days in a row off. Getting some trade offers here. The Kings offer us Nova Coulson and a Suns pick next year. I don't want to trade Jonathan Kuminga, but this would be theoretically a nice haul. Nova Coulson's a hooper. He had 22 points in 9 minutes against us in the opener, but I'm going to say no. The Knicks want to shuffle the deck, trade us Jaren Jackson. I don't think getting him would help us, though, against a team like the Grizzlies, though. He's not a good rebounder. He's usually in foul trouble. He is a good defender, though. But interior defense wasn't the issue in the game against the Grizzlies. We lose to the Clippers. Salis and Loggins-Burl played well, so at least the guards were better. Osborne Outeridge played well, too. We would beat New Orleans, though, 116-102, 21 for Ingram, Kuminga, and Salis, 16, 8, and 6 for Loggins-Burl. I think that's where we're going to wrap things up. A great episode for us. We started the day in 11th. Now we're in 3rd. I'm definitely going to play against the Jazz. I want to see if this team is for real. They're still playing well. Probably going to play the Christmas Day game against Minnesota as well, although there are some other fun games on the schedule. I really want to play Charlotte this year. That would be our last chance to do it. Boston's been good. Everest McLeon's been hooping. He's become their best player over both Tatum and Brown, interestingly. That'll wrap up the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.